It's a region known for breathtaking vistas and stunning epic grandeur. Soaring mountain peaks, deep carved valleys, and ice-covered glaciers make the Swiss Alps one of the world's most majestic sights. The plane is destined for Marseille, France, by way of Dijon. Its ultimate destination is Pisa, Italy. Flight from Munich to Marseille is routed around Switzerland. But the plane goes far off course when it crashes into the Swiss Alps. Allied B-29 bombers dropping aid packages for the survivors from 3 miles up. Most of the packages end up in crevices or too far away from the passengers to retrieve. But some land near the crashed plane. It leads one of the Americans to write a message, "Fini," meaning stop, in the snow. The Swiss military authorities call a halt to the airdrops, and the Americans comply with the order and drop packages with greater precision closer to the target.
The Fieseler Storch was an extraordinary aircraft, really great general utility aircraft because it had this incredible capability to take off and land in very, very short distances over very varied terrain. The reason it was able to do that, it had what's called leading edge slats on the front edge of the wings, and also very large flaps that could extend from the rear of the wings, which gave it an increased amount of lift at very, very low airspeed. It could take off in just a very short distance at 35 to 40 miles an hour airspeed and drop in almost like a helicopter, just kind of coming in straight down, and it really was the all-purpose aircraft.
Back in Meiringen, one man has another plan. In 1946, there were no helicopters in Europe. Swiss pilot Victor Hug proposes an aerial rescue of the Americans, which would involve a daring aircraft landing on a glacier. He'll attempt this by attaching broad, ski-like runners to his Fieseler Storch's landing gear.
He was conducting the experiments with skis on the axle during the war.
Putting skis on airplanes was not a new idea. Many aircraft, including the Fieseler Storch, had been designed for this purpose.
The original design of the Fieseler Storch ski setup was you had to actually remove the wheels and replace them with the skis.
Hug took the idea a step further by adding the skis onto the wheels.
So if you were flying from an area that was not snow-covered to an environment that was snow-covered, which would be the case in a mountain environment, you didn't have the problem of having to change the nature of the landing gear.
Hug was also taking advantage of one of the Fieseler Storch's key features.
The incredible short takeoff and landing capability of the Fieseler Storch made it ideal for mountain rescue because it could get in and out of very rugged terrain, very tight spots.
But landing on a glacier in the Swiss Alps has never been tried before. With the skis attached, Hug takes his plane skyward on a historic and risky mission. In just under 15 minutes, Hug and his co-pilot, Major Pista Hitz, are over the crash site. as 80 astonished people watch. Hoog and Hitz are welcomed by the rescuers and survivors, who hope their ordeal is nearly over. The plan is to take several survivors at a time on board the plane and fly them to safety. Victor Hoog and Major Hitz waste no time. The passengers with the most serious injuries are to be flown out first. The question is, can the Fieseler Storch get airborne off the glacier? The plane's short takeoff capability is well known.
The Fieseler Storch could actually, in the right conditions, take off in as little as 50 feet. It could take off 35 to 40 miles an hour airspeed at a very, very high angle of attack.
But are these the right conditions? The plane skitters down the glacier, attempts an ascent, and it's skyward. The historic return flight to the Unterbach Air Base takes a mere 12 minutes. The arduous trek down the glacier would have taken 36 hours. In 8 runs, totaling 7 hours, Victor Hoog and Pista Hitz transport all the passengers safely down to the valley. The American military is waiting for the survivors with their army vehicles. Families are reunited with their loved ones. Victor Hoog and Major Hitz have made history. Hundreds of journalists want to interview them. General Tate, the pilot's father, is at Unterbach to greet his wife and son. The survivors are soon whisked away in American ambulance vehicles to Interlaken, where a hospital train will take them to Vienna. The press celebrates the 12 Americans' escape from a bitter fate on the Gauli Glacier. It's a remarkable end to a 5-day drama that captivated the world. But it's not the end of the story. In the days following the rescue, a blizzard sweeps across the area and buries the C-53 on the Gauli Glacier.